and welcome to another episode of Understanding English Literature with Ipsita Ma'am, and let's discuss structuralism, which is one of the most important and critical topics of IGNOU MEG-05, literary criticism and theory. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what structuralism means, who started it, and how to write an exam-oriented answer on it. So, structuralism began in the early 20th century and was inspired by Ferdinand de Saussure, a Swiss linguist. He believed that language is not just a collection of words, but a system of signs. Every sign has two parts: the signifier, the sound or word, and the signified, the idea it represents. What's important is that meaning does not exist in isolation. It depends on how words relate to one another. For example, the word hot only makes sense because we know the word cold. The word day means something only because it contrasts with night. This shows that language and therefore meaning is relational, based on structures and differences within the system. Now, structuralists later applied this same principle to literature, studying how stories, characters, and ideas gain meaning through patterns and relationships, not through the author's emotions or intentions. When structuralism entered literary studies, critics stopped asking, "What does this text mean?" and started asking, "How does this text create meaning?" They believed that every text works like a structure, with certain patterns, oppositions, and repetitions that can be analyzed scientifically. For instance, Claude Lévi-Strauss studied myths from various cultures and found that even though they looked different, most of them shared a common structure: a hero, a conflict, and a resolution. Similarly, Roland Barthes showed that even modern stories followed the basic narrative codes or sequences. Think about it. In fairy tales like Cinderella, Snow White, or Beauty and the Beast, the same structure appears: a struggle, help from another figure, and a final transformation. A structuralist would say that these stories reveal a deep structure of storytelling, something that lies beneath all surface differences. Now, why structuralism matters? Before structuralism, critics focused mostly on the author's background, emotions, or intention. Structuralism changed that completely. It taught us that meaning is not created by the author, but by the system of language and culture that both the author and the reader belong to. It made literary criticism more objective and systematic by focusing on how texts are built and not who wrote them. For your IGNOU MEG-05 exams, remember these key thinkers: Saussure, Lévi-Strauss, Roland Barthes, and Tzvetan Todorov. And you can end your answer by saying, "Structuralism shifted criticism from personal interpretation to the study of underlying systems that produce meaning." So, in simple terms, structuralism sees literature as a network of signs and patterns, not as a personal expression. It helps us understand that every story or poem is part of a larger cultural structure of meaning. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ipsita Ma'am's English classes, an organization with 10 years of experience for IGNOU notes, explanations, and smart exam preparation. WhatsApp to 98744 31783 and grow like a pro with Ipsita Ma'am.